What if? What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if people don't like me? What if I never fall in love? What if I'm too ugly? Never accomplish my goals? What if I don't have what it takes? What if I never make it? What if people think I'm stupid? What if I embarrass myself? What if people hate me? What if my friends? What if I'm not good enough? What if people make fun of me? What if I get hurt? What if I never break through? What if my dreams are stupid? What if all my fears? What if I was dumb? What if it never works out? What if? Have you ever asked yourself that question? If you're like me, the answer is a resounding yes. It's the endless game we play that nobody really ever wins. And if you're like me, it's a question that can start to kind of consume you. You can spend hours in our day just pondering this variation of the same question. It's my birthday today. I turned 20. And, well, I kind of am spending some time looking back and thinking through a lot of things. My greatest moments and some of my greatest regrets. I realized how often I ask myself this one simple question: what if? Every time I fail, I always go back and I ask myself over and over, where did I go wrong? I've asked myself, well, what if I had said this? Or what if I had done that? And so many times I can't even begin to count them. If only I had done this, right? Like, everything would be great, or so I tell myself. A lot of times, my fear of failure, I think, holds me back from things that are really important to me. For so long, I've held off doing some of these things because I don't want to fail, or I'm afraid of not doing it perfectly. I don't want to embarrass myself or do something stupid. So I tell myself, well, they might think I'm just dumb, or I'm not good enough to do this yet. I'll wait until I'm ready. But eventually, we have to ask ourselves, is living in constant fear of the unknown really living at all? Like, we could spend our whole lives afraid of stepping outside of our comfort zones to see what's out there. Life's too short to be lived anywhere but in the here and now, and I think these past couple of years I've really started to learn that. I believe that, like, each one of us has been put on this earth for a reason, an extraordinary purpose that's bigger than us, right? But we aren't called to live a life of fear or a life of what ifs. We're called to live a life of action, of purpose, and taking a leap of faith and trusting that, maybe not everything will work out right, but everything will be okay in the end, won't it? We could choose to settle for living a life where we're afraid of what other people think. We're always fearing the unknown and playing that never-ending game, comparisons. Eventually, you keep doing that for long enough, that spark within us kind of starts to fade out. Or we could choose to live life with purpose. Live life to the fullest. Live every moment as if it matters, because it does. Denzel Washington once said that dreams without goals are just dreams. I've been dreaming for so long without goals, without action. I've been trying to make this video for years. I've always wanted to share things and to make stories and videos and share them with the world. I've always wanted to do that. I'm trying to make everything perfect for my first YouTube video. And I've dabbled a little bit here and there, but some of the other stuff I was doing, some of the videos that I've made and worked on, I was trying to be someone else. We have to tell our own stories. We have to live our own lives. Now, maybe that's not perfect, maybe that's not polished or all put together, but you know what? I would rather be me and be authentic than waste my life trying to be someone else. Life isn't perfect, and our circumstances will never be just right. There will always be something that's not quite the way we wish it was, and that's okay. But it would be a shame to let imperfect conditions determine a life of inaction. There's a whole world out there that's just waiting to be discovered, but we have to have that courage to step outside our front door. One of my favorite stories, The Hobbit, there's this character, Bilbo Baggins, who has become pretty comfortable in his little house on the ground, his little hobbit hole. So when adventure comes knocking at his door, well, quite literally, first he shies away from it. He doesn't want to adventure out into the wild where things are unpredictable and dangerous. He begins to ask himself all these what ifs. So he turns it down. He says no to adventure of any kind whatsoever. But something's missing, and he knows it. So that next morning, he wakes up, but he knows he has to make this choice, right? Like he knows that this is it. Like this is that moment that deep down he's been wanting for so long, but it comes and he kind of shoots it down. I think we can be like that a lot. I've done that so often. Had tours and opportunities come my way that I shot down. I didn't feel like I was ready. I think we've all done that. We've all had those moments. But Bilbo Baggins, he argues back and forth with himself for a bit, and then he grabs his walking cane and he runs out that door. I think our generation, our world is longing for something real, something really authentic, something that matters, right? And we all have a story that matters. And some people are like, well, I don't have a story. You know what? Maybe you don't. That's okay. And go live one. Not everything will always work out for us, but life is meant to be lived. Why not take a leap of faith and trust that it will all work itself out? Yeah, we may not always succeed, but if we never try, how will we ever know? So long to fear, to holding back, and going through life more worried about others' perception than being present in the moment. I want to live a life where I'm not afraid to take risks, or even if I am afraid, I take those risks anyways. So, hi, I'm J.R.R, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally doing it. Somewhere along the way, and amidst the excuses and the what ifs and the great expectations that everyone has, I realized that ultimately, what is fear but an opportunity to have courage? So no more what ifs, no more waiting for perfect. It's time for something new. I'll see you around.